Hello guys, uh, thanks for landing on this video. Today I will talk about subquery in SQL. So I will just request all of you, if you have not seen my previous videos, please go to my channel and look my videos which I have already made on SQL. And I would request all of you to watch my videos completely till the end so that you get a more better clarity and understand the concept completely. So let's start quickly with subquery. So let's start first to understand what is a subquery. So subquery is actually a nested query inside a another query, SQL query. Okay. So a query can be a select, insert, update, or a delete query. So this query can take value from another query, which is we are calling a nested query. So we will get into more like how it looks and how we can create the subqueries, what are the different kind of subqueries, what are the different operators we use while using subquery, and we'll start it. Let's start it now. So basically, as I said, in subquery there are two parts mainly. Uh, so one is outer query and another is inner query, to which we are referring as subquery. And again, inner query can have another inner query. So it can be like again inner query is having another subquery, that query is having another subquery. So there can be queries can be nested within one another, but it's not a good idea to uh, do so many use so many nested queries as part of subquery. So we'll just see few of the examples of some sample subqueries. Okay. So for now, suppose I have few tables here. One is product table, one is product table having some product name and price, customer table having customer details, and there is a sales table which is having some transaction details like a customer has made few orders and we are having those data in sales. Okay, so these are few sample subqueries as you can see. So in this query, where you can see, I'll just give you a, I'll just explain a bit one of this query. So you can see this query which I've highlighted now. So this is we are calling it as inner query. Okay, and this query which is taking value from the inner query is the outer query. Okay, so this is basically a subquery structure, and there are few operators I have used here like any, some, in, all. Okay, and exist, not exist is also there, so we'll look into it in detail. So what happens is this inner query and outer query, they run uh, independently. Like first inner query runs and it fetches the set of value, and the value it passes to the outer query, then outer query runs and it gives us the result. So this is how the subquery works. Okay, so there are some instances in which the inner query and outer query are interdependent. So to run the inner query, it actually needs some input from the outer query. That is the that we call as correlated subquery, that we will see in my next tutorial. So in this tutorial we will only talk about subquery. Okay, so suppose this outer query where I'm lighting select star from product. Okay, so where in where condition I am giving id equal to. Okay, so to this id I want actually some value, the which value I am not actually mentioning directly, but I am taking those values from the output of the inner query. Okay, so if we run this inner query, you can see it is giving us 10 results. Okay, so these 10 results it will pass to the id. Okay, so these values also we can use it separately, like if you already know the value, like select star from product where id equal to 2. If you run this query, this is a direct query. Okay, we are directly passing the value, so it runs. Okay, so if you want to pass multiple values, right? So how you do it? You use the in operator. In, then within parenthesis you pass the values. Maybe it's 2, 4, 1. You pass this value and then you run this query. Okay. So these are directly we are passing value. But while there is a range of values, which actually there are so many values which we are actually picking from another table, and we want to pass those values as uh, um, uh, to a particular column and those fetch data from another column, another table. So in that case, we cannot actually list out all the values one by one in a sequential manner or in our query. So that there can be like hundreds of values or thousands of values or lakhs of values. So it is a good idea, and it is little better that we use a subquery. Okay. So suppose I want this ID value which resembles to the product ID value from sales. So those values I want to pass into the ID column, and I want to fetch data from product table. Okay. So if you run this inner query, so it is giving us, sorry, I did not select it completely. So it is giving us only 10 records, but there can be circumstances there will be thousands of uh, uh, values. Okay, so in that case you cannot actually write it in this manner as I have highlighted. So it's the subquery is a better way than writing all the values in our queries one by one. Okay, so what it is actually doing? So this any, okay, so this any, like whatever values we get from the subquery, if any of the value is matching with the value from outer query, it will show us the results. Okay, so if you run this query, you can see there are 8 records it is giving. Okay, so here we have 10 records in this sales table. Okay, as product ID, and here we have few over here. In this you can see 21 and 88 is not there. Okay, product ID 21 and 88, which was here 21 and 8080, these two IDs are not here. So what other value actually matches with the ID in the outer table, outer query table? So all those results it will show us. Okay, so we are getting 10 records. Okay, so from here actually it is passing 10 values, and we are getting here 8 records because two IDs are not there in this table. Okay, so whatever values are matching it will return you. Okay, so I'll just tell you why I have written so many queries, then I'll tell you so you will get a clear picture. Please have patience. So this sum, so what this sum does? So this sum does exactly the same thing as any. So here if you run this query, it is also giving you same 8 records. Okay, the queries are identical, the inner query and outer query. So basically both does the same thing. You can use sum or any, it works exactly same way. Okay, and mostly you have seen most often you might have not seen like any or some, you will not come across this. So mostly developers or testers they use this in. Okay, so this in is again same. Okay, so it is better to use a in operator than any or some. Okay, the in is more handy and it's actually it's more easy to use. So it's better use any. So basically all these three queries do the same thing, just in a different way. Okay, So there is another operator which is all. Okay. So what all operator does is, so whatever values are coming from this inner query, if everything matches the outer query, okay, all of them, okay, if all of them present in the outer query, then only it will give you result. Okay. So let's see, we have 10 records here, right? So this product ID 21 and 88, as I have already told, these two are not present in this product table. Okay. See, ID 21 and 88 is not there. So in this case, this condition is failing. Okay. So in this case, if you run this query, so what it will do, see now I am running this query, it is not giving you any result because this all condition is failing. So when you have a subquery and you are passing the operator as all with the subquery, so all the value returned from the subquery should be present in the matched with the outer query ID value. If any one of them is not present also, it will not give you any result. Okay. So so in case of all, in case of equal to, we'll use this not equal to. Okay. So now if you run this query, see, now we are getting these two records 21 and 88 because now we have a negative condition here. We have not given equal to condition, but we have given not equal to condition. Okay. So in negative condition, we have actually two values which are present in subquery but not present in the outer query. Okay. So that is why it is returning those two columns. Sorry, those two records. So it is your choice. So how you want to use it. So like in place of equal to, you can use greater than. Like if I use this greater than, so if I run this query, so you see, okay. So whatever product ID we are getting here, if any of them is value, this ID value is in greater than any of them, so it will return us the result. Okay. So all of us, so it is giving this many result. Okay. So this greater than equal to also you can get. Okay. So this any sum all, so mostly this has to be used with comparators. So comparator in the sense maybe it is equal to, not equal to, greater than equal to, less than equal to, or greater than or less than. Okay. With all these comparators only you can use all, some, any operators. Okay. And one query can have multiple subqueries, right? Select star from uh, cells where product ID in select ID from product sorry, and customer ID in select ID from customer. Okay. So like one query can have multiple subqueries. Okay. So what is happening here is like each subquery is running first and it is passing the list of values to the column uh, which we have mentioned here, like the here the IDs return value of IDs as part of this subquery is actually used for this product ID, and ID for from customer is passed to customer ID, and then we are this outer query is running on those values and giving us the result. Okay. So you can use and, you can use or also. Okay. So just to show you that you can have multiple subqueries in certain circumstances. Okay. And again, uh, like I told you, there can be like subquery can have another subquery. under it, right? Suppose you want select, so let's use this query. So this is our query. Here is the first subquery, okay, and inside it we will use another subquery where customer ID in let ID from customer, okay. So here you can see this is the outer query, this is the subquery, and subquery has another subquery. So if you run this query, it will give you the result, okay. So it is fine, you can use it in this way also whenever there is a need uh, for you to do. We'll look for other kind of subqueries also, like suppose you want to give some columns, okay. Suppose write select from star from cells, okay. So if you write this, so what happens? You get all the record, all the columns from cells. So it is giving you all the records, okay. So what we can do is you can write select id then quantity from, okay. Just try, will it work? So it is not working. So let's try id quantity date, okay. So this is also not working. Maybe it is because of the alias. So you have to give a alias here. So if you run this query, it works, okay. So let's try, if we give here instead of all this we give star, it should run. It is running, okay. So this is actually, maybe it will be a big query, right? Suppose uh, you want to do join inner join of sales table with product table p on s dot product id equals to p dot id, okay. So now if you run this query, it might give you some result. So what you have to do is you have to give here, right, p dot id s dot quantity p dot price s dot date, okay. So now suppose you are fetching different columns from different table, like you might have multiple joins with multiple table. So you can use a simple outer query with from, and this is your main query which is actually giving the output, and based on what are the columns you have in this inner query, only those columns you can simply, so if you run this inner query, So it is giving you 8 records. Okay, suppose you don't want to see all these values. Okay, you want to see only ID and quantity. Okay, so this ID is basically coming from P, means product table. So P dot ID. Okay, so while we have to declare it along with the join query, we have to declare it using the table alias. But if your column name is unique, so you can actually use it over here in the outer query, and you can fetch the details. This is another kind of, this is also kind of example of subquery. Now we'll see exist and not exist with subquery. So let's take our previous queries, and one of these queries will modify where, so in place of id in, we'll write where exist. Okay, so while using exist, we have to establish a relationship. Suppose product page product, s is cell, where p dot id equals to s dot product id. Okay, so the difference between exist and not exist is the exist operators returns true if the subquery returns result, otherwise it returns false. So if it returns false, you won't get any result. If it returns true, then outer query will show you the result. Okay. On the other hand, the not exist is the opposite of exist. Okay. So if we run this query, we are getting 8 rows. Okay. So that means this exist is giving all these values which are where p dot id equal to s dot product id. Okay, p dot id equal to s dot product id. So those values will be coming in the outer query result for those IDs. Okay, so if we will be using not exist here, not exist, so it is like opposite. So it will give those results which exist in product, sorry, exist in sales but not exist in products. Okay, so this is how you can use exist and not exist uh, for your subquery along with subquery, sorry. Okay, so this is bit important for interviews. Most of the times you will get this question like what is a subquery, what is a correlated subquery, and what is difference between join and subquery. The join videos I have already covered in my previous tutorials. I would request you go and check out those videos on variety of joins in SQL. Okay, I'll just tell you what is the difference between join and subquery. Okay, so what happens in a join, you combine different tables based on certain columns, and there are different kind of joins like left join, right join, inner join, cross join, full join. Okay, so based on your requirement, you can fetch different field from different column, different tables. Okay, like from table A, you can fetch 5 fields. From table B, you can fetch some few fields. Table C, you can fetch few fields. Those who are using you are in your join. But in subquery, what happens is like you can see, right? So suppose this is a subquery. In the subquery, so whatever columns you will see out in your result, those will be only from the table which is in the outer query. You cannot actually view the columns and those values from the in table which is in inner query. Okay, and this is an example of join in which you can see we have fetching few columns from product table, few from sales table. Okay, and another thing is that there will be certain circumstances where uh, you can use both subquery and join. Okay. Uh, so in those cases, so what you should prefer? The answer is you should prefer join, because join is usually faster than subquery. So when you have less amount of data, there might not be much performance impact. You might, both the queries might give you result immediately. But when there are millions of record in your table and you are using multiple subqueries, that time there can be little performance issue. In those cases, joins are better option to go with. Okay. So that is all. So I would request go and if you have any if I missed the join SQL join tutorials, please go to my channel and watch out those videos. So in my next tutorial, we will discuss about correlated subquery. Thanks for watching. I would request you, if you like this video and it has helped you to gain some knowledge, kindly subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned. Thank you so much.